are good, and I hope that you are able to relax. Before we begin, I would like to start with a relaxation exercise. So I would like for you to close your eyes and just take a moment and let all of your bad thoughts and worries from your day drift away. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Now hold your left arm out and with the fingers of your right hand, draw a shape slightly on your left forearm. Bring your fingers gently up and down, just touching your skin as lightly as possible. If you'd like, you can keep your eyes closed while I read to you. Today's story is called Bluebeard by Charles Perrault, and it was written in 1697. Once upon a time, in the fair land of France, there lived a very powerful lord, the owner of estates, farms, and a great splendid castle, and his name was Bluebeard. This wasn't his real name, it was a nickname, due to the fact that he had long, shaggy black beard with glints of blue in it. He was very handsome and charming, but if the truth be told, there was something about him that made you feel respect and a little unease. Bluebeard often went away to war, and when he did, he left his wife in charge of the castle. He had lots of wives, all young, pretty, and noble. As bad luck would have it, one after the other, they had all died, and so the noble lord was forever getting married again. "Sire," someone would ask now and again, "what did your wives die of?" "Ha, my friend," Bluebeard would reply, "one died of smallpox, one of a hidden sickness, one of a high fever, another of a terrible infection. Ah, I'm very lucky, and they're very unlucky too. They're all buried in the castle chapel," he added. "Nobody finds anything strange about that. Nor did the sweet and beautiful young girl that Bluebeard took as his new wife think it strange either. She went to the castle, accompanied by her sister Anna, who said, 'Oh, aren't you lucky marrying a lord like Bluebeard? He is really very nice, and when you're close, his beard doesn't look as blue as folks say,' said the bride. The two sisters giggled together. Poor souls, they had no idea what lay in store for them. A month or so later, Bluebeard had the carriage brought round and said to his wife, 'Darling, I must leave you for a few weeks, but keep careful during this time. Invite whoever you like and look after the castle. Here,' he added, handing his bride a bunch of keys. 'You'll need these, the keys of the safe, the armory, and the library, and this one, which opens all of the doors in the house. But this little key here,' and he pointed to a key that was much smaller than the others. 'This key opens the little room at the end of the great ground floor corridor. Take your friends where you want. Open any door you like, but not this one.' 'Is that quite clear?' repeated Bluebeard. 'Not this one. Nobody at all is allowed to enter that little room, and if you ever did go into it, I would go into such a terrible rage that it's better you don't.' 'Don't worry, husband,' said Bluebeard's wife as she took the keys. 'I'll do as you say.' After giving her a hug, Bluebeard got into his carriage, whipped up the horses, and off he went. The days went by. The young girl invited her friends to the castle and showed them round all the rooms, except the one at the end of the corridor. Why shouldn't I see inside this little room? Why is it forbidden? Well, she thought about it so much that she ended up bursting with curiosity, until one day she opened the door and walked into the little room. Of all the ghastly horrors, inside, hanging on the walls, were the bodies of Bluebeard's wives. He had strangled them all with his own hands. Terror-stricken, the girl ran out of the room, but the bunch of keys slipped from her grasp. She picked them up without a glance and hurried to her room, her heart thumping wildly in her chest. The horrors she had seen. She was living in a castle of the dead. So that is what happened to Bluebeard's other wives. The girl summoned up her courage when she noticed that one of the keys, the very key to that little room, was stained with blood. I must wipe it clean before my husband comes back, she said to herself. But try as she would, the blood stain wouldn't wash away. She washed, she scrubbed, and she rinsed, all in vain, for the key was still red. That very evening, Bluebeard came home, and just imagine the state that his poor wife was in. Bluebeard did not ask his wife for the keys that same evening, but he remarked, "You look a little upset, darling. Has anything nasty happened?" "Oh, no. Are you sorry I came back so soon?" "Oh, no, I'm delighted." But that night, the bride didn't sleep a wink, and the next day Bluebeard said, "Darling, give me back the keys," and his wife hurriedly did so. Bluebeard remarked, "But wait, there's one key missing. It's the key to the little room." "Is there?" said the young girl, shaking. I must have left it in my room." "All right, go and get it." But when Bluebeard's wife put the key into his hand, Bluebeard turned white and in a deep, hoarse voice demanded, "Tell me why this key is stained with blood." "I don't know," stammered his wife. "You know very well," he retorted. "You went into my little room, didn't you?" "Well, you must go back again, and this time for good, along with all of the other ladies in there. It's time for you to die." "Oh no, I pray you. You must die," he repeated. Just then, there was a knock on the door, and Anna, Bluebeard's wife's sister, entered the castle. "Good morning," she said. "You seem rather pale." "Not at all. We're quite well," replied Bluebeard. His wife whispered into his ear, Please give me 10 minutes to live." Bluebeard replied, "Fine, not more than 10. The girl ran to her sister Anna, who had gone up to one of the towers. She asked her, "Anna, do you see our brothers coming? They promised they would come and see me today." Anna replied, "No, I don't see anyone. But what's wrong? You look agitated." "Anna, please," said the shaken girl. "Look again. Are you sure you can't see someone?" "No," said her sister. "Only 1 or 2 peasants." Just then, the voice of Bluebeard boomed up to them. "Wife, your time is up. Come here." "I'm coming," she called, but then said to her sister, "Oh, Anna, aren't our brothers coming?" "No," replied Anna. Again Bluebeard shouted up, "Come down at once, or I'll come up." Trembling like a leaf, his wife went downstairs. Bluebeard was clutching a big knife, and he grabbed his bride by the hair. "Sister, I can see 2 horsemen coming," called out Anna from the tower that very moment. Bluebeard made a horrible face. "Well, then they too will die." His wife knelt to implore him, Please don't kill me. I'll never tell anyone what I saw. I'll never say a word. Yes, you'll never say a word for eternity, snarled Bluebeard, raising his knife. The poor girl screamed, "Have pity on me!" But he fiercely replied, "No, you must die." He was about to bring the knife down on the girl's delicate neck when two young men burst into the room, a dragon and a musketeer. They were his wife's brothers. Drawing their swords, they leapt towards Bluebeard, who tried to flee up the stairs, but was caught and killed. And that was the end of the sad story. Bluebeard's poor wives were given a Christian burial. The castle was completely renovated, and the young widow, some time later, married a good and honest young man who helped her to forget her terrible adventure. And that young lady completely lost all her sense of curiosity. Thank you for listening and spending time with me today. I hope that you are able to relax, and I wish you sweet and creepy dreams.